Thank God you didn't get what you thought you wanted, because you would have missed out on what you need. And what you need is that final layer of the onion that was blocking you from the most authentic version of yourself to be peeled away, which you wouldn't have been able to really get if you would have had an easier path on that part of your life that you look back on with still a little bit of disdain for how you handled it. This is a message of self-forgiveness. You needed that experience to be ready for what's about to come. Let's unpack it. If you would have gotten what you thought you wanted, you wouldn't have had space for what you actually needed. The Hierophant and the Tower, you needed to have a breakthrough for your mental. And you had to reach some kind of mental frustration rock bottom. You had to feel it, because there's this bit of emotional intelligence that only really unfolds as you go through something that's has the potential to break you. Okay, you had the option to stay on the floor like this, or to pick yourself back up by one, taking those swords out of your own back. And it wasn't easy, but you literally had to figure out a way to get out of survival mode, because you were sick of being in this constant state of defense. This is you standing guard, and this is someone coming at you with a wand. You didn't want to feel this way anymore. And you recognized that you were feeling this way because there were things that were not all the way healed that needed to be. King of Swords, you were holding on to a lot and not expressing it. So there was action needed when it came to expression. And as you started to do that, it's when everything changed in your mental state. The blindfold came off, and you saw how you could take a leap of faith on yourself despite the pain. I almost want to say, like, at first, you were trying to make things happen in spite of the pain, okay? Instead of despite, in spite. And anything done in spite will only generate more of that same energy, and spite in and of itself is not a high vibrational energy. So it was a no-go. Chariot in reverse. You were blocked until you recognized that doing things in spite of your pain was not the path to take. And Justice is reversed, and Ten of Wands in reverse. Justice finally will begin to come, and is going to begin to come now, because you finally put down the heavy burden and recognize the truth that there was this mental battle that you were fighting with yourself about, and you had to learn how to forgive yourself. But not for anything that you did to yourself. You had to learn to forgive yourself for what others did to you that you felt like you allowed. That you did not walk away in time from certain people that ended up causing you pain. You feel as though if I would have walked away quicker, it would have been a show of my strength. But that's not the case in this matter, because you and your soul signed up for you to have some kind of evolutionary journey, that the catalyst for that was pain. Because the growth that you embody now came from taking all these swords out of your back and standing back up. And there's a feeling of what was sent to break you is about to be the match that lights the flame, so that everyone can see that there's power in overcoming what you thought you could not stand back up from. You are going to be the example for others that it's not over till it's over. And you're going to be the example for others of what happens when you don't let other people determine your potential. Because you're going into calmer waters, you're going into bigger things. And those who tried to stop you are still right where you left them.